On the news tonight, Governor Nta Abeokuta presents 449.9 billion naira budget to State Assembly. As the world marks Disability Day, the bill is still far. Plus, I need to strengthen process of effective use of smart card readers in future election. Hello there, good evening. Glad to have you join us tonight. My name is Elizabeth Uriga. Now the news in full. President Muhammadu Buhari says his administration remains committed to training and retraining of nation's armed forces to ensure safety of Nigerians. Najatu Tijani has details.
This was at the 2019 Chief of Army Staff Conference held in Kaduna. President Buhari said the armed forces of Nigeria is committed to using technology, research and development to combat insurgency in the country, especially in the northeast.
Carry out transformational projects with the sole aim of modernizing the army to be better positioned to perform its constitutional roles.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, assured Nigerians of continued efforts at protecting the territorial integrity of the country.
And inventive products so far achieved through robust research and development efforts in the drive towards building our own military industrial complex. We cannot forget the role the Nigerian Army has played in encouraging and sustaining peace and security in the state.
The president also inaugurated the 44 Army Reference Hospital and armored vehicles for use by the Army.
Meanwhile, the Senate has received requests from President Muhammadu Buhari for confirmation of the chairman and members of the National Hajj Commission in Nigeria. Muslima Shuleba completes the story.
President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, read the letter from President Buhari, which sought the approval of 16 nominees for appointment as members of the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria. Senate thereafter suspended all items on the order paper and adjourned in honor of late member of the House of Representatives from Niger State, Jafaru Ilyasu, who died Monday this week.
The Ogun State Governor, Prince Nta Abeokuta, has presented 449.974 billion naira budget proposal to the State House of Assembly. Lukman Adefaso's report is presented in this package.
The budget, christened Budget Proposal to Build the Future Together, is aimed at reflecting Governor Nta Abeokuta's determination to deliver on his electoral promises. Out of the 449.974 billion naira budget, capital expenditure will gulp 269.132 billion naira, which is 63.31%. Recurrent expenditure 180.842 billion naira, which is 39.69%, while salaries and allowances stand at 83.238 billion naira. The balance of 71.659 billion naira, which accounts for 16%, is set aside for overhead costs.
Infrastructure is 107.6 billion, which is 24% of total. Social well-being and welfare is 128.06 billion, which is 20% of total. Education is 91.609 billion, which is 20% of total. Empowerment is 7.896 billion, which is 2% of total. Agriculture is 21.634 billion, which is 5% of total.
The governor assured that various measures have been put in place to ensure successful implementation of the budget. The Speaker, Ogun State House of Assembly, Olakunle Oluomo, assured speedy passage of the budget proposal. It is believed that when the budget is eventually passed, the state will witness robust development in sectors.
Still on budget proposal, the Ogun State 2020 budget by Governor Nta Abeokuta is no doubt higher than the 2019 budget. Now, what are the opinions of eminent personalities in the state on this? Lukman Adefeso's report again is presented in this package.
The Building Our Future Together Agenda 2020 budget by the Governor Nta Abeokuta-led administration has been described as a welcome development, especially on the allocation of resources. The budget contained 5 cardinal objectives of the new government, tagged Ishaya.
As you know, as an educationist, I'm particularly impressed about the percentage of the budget devoted to education. 20%. That's close to UNESCO standard. Present administration in Ogun State will do a very good job by allowing local governments in Ogun State to benefit from this very beautiful budget. See it as a budget that is workable, and I congratulate the government and the state for this presentation.
The people say they are optimistic, but advise the government to give equal attention to all local government areas in the state.
Well, we thank God that the government has good intention for the people, and by the grace of God, we hope everything will work out as expected. It's a good budget of hope, and by the grace of God, the implementation will not be a problem by God's grace. It's a serious minded government, and it's showing this in all its forms and ramifications. So, we should expect one of the best implementations of a good budget.
They also enjoined the executive and legislative arm of government to maintain a symbiotic relationship for proper implementation of the budget.
Meanwhile, residents of the state have appealed to the government to complete projects initiated by past administration in the interest of the masses. Cross-section of traders, motorists made the appeal in an interview with Nta News on the expectation from the 2020 budget.
Work that the past government are trying to be doing, most especially the roads. The roads in Ogun State, Abeokuta generally are very, very bad and terrible now. So the present government should try and look into those roads. And salary, like so many other people say, we should try and pay people's salary on time. And job, they should try and create jobs for the youth. There are no jobs around and all that. So they should try and implement policies that would drive in investment from private organizations.
My expectation is I want the government to take care of the people and the salary. The budget should be okay so that they'll be able to pay the salary.
Some people are saying the governor is not doing anything, this and that. You see, cool down. The man is a brave man. What he's doing. So you don't want to do a mistake like others. So you want to do a very budget. Okay, look at now. This is now they are planning. He plan ahead. Now for our own village people, that is we need to be shops. We need shops. In States.
The Day of Persons Living with Disabilities is observed internationally to promote an understanding of disability issues as well as provide solutions for their plight. Annie Daniels in this report takes a look at the prospects of the persons living with disabilities in Nigeria and the way forward.
Available
Global statistics by the World Health Organization reveals that 80% of people living with disabilities live in developing countries, Nigeria inclusive. My interaction with this category of people shows that they all suffer the same thing: neglect and stigmatization.
Men don't seem to be interested in getting married to blind women, and in fact it's the parents in fact that discourage a lot of men.
How many ATM machines can a person with disability or a person on wheelchair access?
In the health management scheme folders that we have in our health facilities, there are no spaces for persons with disability.
It's not been easy. A lot of rejection, 10 person, 10 monthly industry, 11, 12. Some people that approach, they'll say no to me.
To discourage this trend, the United Nations set aside 3rd of December annually to mobilize support for the rights of persons living with disabilities.
People have job and they have the means to care for themselves. There will be no need to depend on anybody, or society, or family, or government.
The theme for this year is "The Future is Accessible." This is aimed at bringing to the consciousness of everybody the need to create a future where barriers standing on the way of people living with disabilities no longer exist. After all, like they say, there is ability in disability. In Lagos, Annie Daniels, Nta News.
In a related development, despite signing into law prohibition of discrimination against people with disability in January this year, experts say the journey towards its implementation is still very far. This was discussed on NTA Good Morning Nigeria. Ekemini Williams tells us more.
8-part Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act was passed by the 8th Senate in March 28, 2018, and signed into law on the 23rd of January with an intent to criminalize acts of discrimination against persons with disabilities. Though this has received applause across board. However, 11 months after its signing into law, persons with disabilities decry lack of implementation, high level of discrimination, and lack of awareness among the general public.
Now we're grateful that on the 23rd of January, the president signed the bill, but then implementation is a problem.
99.9% of Nigerians are yet unaware of any act of that nature. They don't even know. Now, there is a need for that awareness, and awareness will come up if Part 7 and 8, which is about the commission, is brought into place.
I am a wheelchair user. On the average, I cannot access at least 90% of the structures in the FCT. The same thing with someone who is deaf. Every day they are confronted with different challenges where they cannot communicate because they cannot hear. And people still do not see the need to, put sign language interpreters in the various services that are available to the public. Even things as basic as subtitling messages, visual messages, and all of that is still lacking. We want to see a situation where the relevant ministries begin to identify their roles in the act and begin to play those roles towards its implementation.
Discussants suggest an inauguration of a strategic team of presidential task force to enhance speedy implementation of the act in stages.
Few people that can come, look at the arts, see what parts can be implemented now, put it in 3 dimensions, short term, medium term, long term. What can we implement now?
The media is highly applauded for giving persons with disabilities a platform, but the guests discouraged portraying this group of persons in a pitiable light. They, however, advocate synergy with relevant agencies to achieve equal opportunities in the society. In Abuja, Ekemini Williams, NTA News.
Away from disability issues now, the Department of State Security Services has uncovered plot by some undesirable groups to cause a breakdown of law and order in various parts of the country and FCT, Abuja. The arrangement is to instigate protest mass action and violence with a view to causing anarchy to destabilize the country. Muslim Ashilibo completes the story.
The arrangement is to instigate protest, mass action, and violence with a view to cause anarchy and destabilize the country. These predetermined actions have been designed to take place simultaneously in major cities across the geopolitical zones in the coming weeks. This is more so that the plotters are also targeting the Unitard season to accomplish their sinister motives. Considering the implication of these on public safety and national security, the service wishes to warn the anti-democratic elements responsible for these heinous plots to desist forthwith from their inglorious acts. Consequently, parents are advised to rein their words and enjoin them not to allow themselves to be used to foment trouble. Similarly, heads of academic and public institutions are to warn their students and employees, respectively, from engaging in any untoward activity against public order.
We'll take a break now. More news after this time out. Please stay with us.
Hey! Emeka, drive the limousine, got to come inside now. You think you need 200 naira recharge card? 200 naira? Just recharge 200 naira for one day. Can you say fit follow me for the hundreds and hundreds of heavy prices like a can of pepper? Industrial sewing machine, grinding machine, and generator. Oh, my own dumb. I grind a while go win. Now here I go. Make life. You're not gonna go the jacket, bro. I don't win generator. And here, the myself. The more you charge, the better.
Thank you for staying with us. This is Nta Channel 12 News. Now to other reports. More than 30 victims with different degrees of burns from last week's gas explosion at Aduke Street off Ojo Adegunle are receiving treatment in various health facilities in Lagos State. This much Nta gathered from neighborhood at the scene of the incident. Paul Omukalu has details.
That is left of number 2 Aduke Street, where the gas explosion took place. That day, somebody called to fill 6 kg. When I tried to fill it for him, the customer line phone ring. Now pick the call. The next time, boss. People that going on the streets, fire catch them. With most of the survivors taken to Lagos State University Teaching Hospital Ikeja and the Bagada General Hospital, we visited some private medical facilities in Ajegule. Femi Shomoye, a 9-year-old GSS1 student, was at his mother's shop when the explosion occurred.
We ran inside the shop. We fell. Our body starts peeling.
They said they are going to assist. They are going to assist us. And they've not done anything.
At yet another facility, Yetunde Tokosi could only mutter a few words even as she appealed for assistance.
Anything they want to do for me, they should do for me.
But what are the authorities doing to address rising presence of gas shops in residential areas?
Also at this period is the enlightenment, the orientation to the people. Because we can see people who are having the shop selling gas, refilling this gas, who doesn't have the standard.
NTA saw some officials from the Department of Petroleum Resources. They will decline comment on camera, but stress the need for the people to be sensitized in a language they understand. In Lagos, Paul Mukago, NTA News.
The efforts of the Plateau State government at encouraging young entrepreneurs and innovators is yielding results as a young engineer, Benny Malu, has unveiled a sports car he fabricated. Governor Simon Lalong said the action is to change the trajectory of dependence on government for jobs to one that is driven by private sector initiatives. Priscilla Gumnam completes the story.
Sports car is the second major invention of Jerry Malo, who rose to limelight after the tractor he invented, which clinched the National Small and Medium Enterprise Awards 2018. Governor Simon Lalong, who was delighted to unveil the red and black made in Plateau sports car, said the state government is working towards building capacity of innovators such as Jerry Malo towards finding technological solutions to some challenges affecting food production in Nigeria. He said the state government has so far empowered more than 30,000 youths, women, and people living with disabilities after the launch of its skills acquisition program through the Plateau State Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency, PLASMEDA, and other strategic partners.
This products involves our enlarged potentials and capabilities of the youth in Plateau State and Nigeria as a whole. Our rescue administration is committed to harnessing these potentials through funding and encouragement, using the PLASMEDA, which has been performing relatively well, and other government agencies. We are partnering with the CBN, GIZ, Bank of Industry, and other private sector players to ensure that we take the works of people like Jerry to the next level, as well as open up doors for many more innovators that are yet to be discovered.
The young inventor, Jerry Malo, who appreciated Governor Lalong for encouraging young talents to thrive, stressed that he is one of the products of Plateau State government's drive to boost local enterprise through PLASMEDA in partnership with the federal government. He explains that sports car is part of his big dreams to manufacture automobiles with low fuel consumption capacity for Nigerians at affordable rates.
It was just something I was doing in the village. The Plateau State government, through the office of the PLASMEDA, Plateau State Small and Medium Enterprise, located me, brought me out of the state. And the state, the Excellency, the governor, did not stop there and brought agreements to the federal level. We are so thankful for that.
His company, Benny Agro's Jerry Malo added, is creating agricultural technologies designed to aid processing of agricultural products and enable farmers in Nigeria overcome the peculiar challenges facing them. The Nigeria Automotive Design Council, Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria, and the Industrial Training Fund (ITF) were among those who promised to assist the 25-year-old Jerry Malo go places. The event, which held under the theme Benny Plateau State Technological Face of Nigeria, was attended by many Plateau sons and daughters, among other guests. From the Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, Priscilla Grumnan, Nta News.
The Minister of Trade and Investment, Nta Abeokuta, says the federal government is determined to provide conducive environment for private sector to thrive. Adebayo stated this while inaugurating a local roof manufacturing industry in Asaba, Delta State. Uchenna Mwekwem reports.
Local industries like this confirm government's commitment to the ease of doing business. For the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Nta Abeokuta, they are critical to the federal government's plan of lifting millions of Nigerians out of poverty. He commended the industrialist for trusting the government, as evident in his investment in roofing and building materials, which has employed more than 3,000 Nigerians.
The government has a committee called the Presidential Enabling Business Committee, and the whole idea is to look at all the challenges, all the problems that exist with a view to correcting them, because it is our wish and our desire, and the President has said it on numerous occasions, that within the next 10 years he would like government to lift 100 million people out of poverty.
The Chief Executive Officer of Wichita Group, Dr. Chidozie Nwankwo, said the industry has the mandate of providing Nigerians with quality roofing and building materials.
Currently, we have the roof plant here. Across the road, we are going to have a plant to produce plastic tanks. And at the back of the factory, we are going to set up a plant that will produce 5 different types of pipes. So gradually, we want to cover all areas of building material. That's our dream.
I have no doubt in my mind that this will be a successful move for the company. I think obviously it will create jobs. And it will, more importantly, is a signal to others that despite the difficult operating environment, businesses do thrive.
Wichita Group has presence in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. From Asaba, Uchenna Mwekwem, Nta News.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it is strengthening process to ensure effective use of smart card readers in future elections. The INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, stated this in a meeting with electoral commissioners in Abuja. Nta Abeokuta reports.
Resident electoral commissioners from Bayelsa and Kogi states toast of the day because they are just coming from the field. Beyond the fanfare, they have an assignment in this meeting.
It is therefore important to undertake our internal appraisal of recent elections, beginning with briefings by the resident electoral commissioners responsible for states where elections were held.
It is the last meeting of the year 2019, and the string of court litigations is a burden. From the 2019 general elections, INEC has received 807 petitions. And for the chairman of the commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, effective use of smart card reader and painstaking electoral reform process is the only way out.
One critical area that the commission will engage the National Assembly is the status of the smart card reader. We have drawn public attention to our constraints in this regard. We have no capacity to arrest offenders and conduct investigation. That is why we believe that the Electoral Offences Commission and Tribunal will dispense justice dispassionately and speedily in the same way that the Electoral Court deals with violators in other countries such as South Africa.
The doors of the meeting are closed for family talks, but outside, the door of a vehicle opened, and it was Smart Adeyemi, Senator-elect for Kogi West. A long walk to victory, and here he is to collect his certificate of return, though not alone, but with Mohammed Idris, member House of Representatives-elect for Abeokuta Federal Constituency for the just concluded National Assembly supplementary elections in Kogi State, sharing the same mission with Smart at the INEC office, that is to collect his own certificate of return as well.
To continue in joining President Muhammadu Buhari in moving Nigeria to the next level. I'm very happy. That's all I can tell you this morning.
One more step to finally acquiring a seat in the red and green chambers, that is, the swearing in at the National Assembly. Nta Abeokuta, NTA News.
And now sports. Crisis in Athletic Federation of Nigeria is lingering. Let's join Kene Imabodike for details and more.
President Muhammadu Buhari is expected to flag off the second edition of National Anti-Corruption Marathon in Abuja's December 9 in commemoration of 2019 World Anti-Corruption Day. Organizers say the half marathon tagged Abuja 2019 will start from Eagle Square by 8 a.m. and terminate at same venue after covering a distance of 21.03 kilometers and a total area of 23.04 kilometers.
The main objective of this race is to create more awareness on the slogan of the federal government that encourage if Nigeria does not kill corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria.
And again, to ensure, to highlight to the public what this corruption is causing to our nation. Of course, if we can help in our own little way, to reduce the scourge.
The crisis rocking the Athletics Federation of Nigeria AFN took a new turn Tuesday as 7 members in a meeting, with 2 sending apologies, unanimously suspended Ibrahim as 8th president. Members of the board frowned at Ibrahim Guzo's penchant for taking decisions unilaterally without their approval. In a 10-point communique released after hours of meeting in Abuja Tuesday, the board selected the vice president, Joe Olamide, to act as president and set up a 5-man committee to investigate the infractions.
The board also found on the president refusal to either pay athletes, coaches, and other officials' allowances or not pay in full at major international competitions.
In football, Lionel Messi has been tipped to win another Ballon d'Or after he scooped an unprecedented 6th title Monday in Paris ahead of Virgil van Dijk and Cristiano Ronaldo. The 32-year-old Argentina and FC Barcelona legend scored 51 goals last season as he lifted a 10th La Liga crown. With sports update, Kenan Imabodike, NTA News.
And that concludes our package tonight. We thank you for being there. Have a wonderful night, please. Good night. Gómìnà Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ti ṣípayá bá ètò ìṣúná oní ọ̀tàlénírínwó bílíọ̀nù ó dín díẹ̀ ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Bí àwùjọ àgbáyé ṣe ń sàmì sí àyájọ́ àwọn àkàndá ẹ̀dá, àwọn tó ń wo sàkún ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àwùjọ ti sọ wípé ọ̀nà ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ṣì jìn lórí àmúṣe òfin àkàndá ẹ̀dá. Wàyí ẹ wá nǹkan fìdílé láti gbọ́ ìròyìn ọ̀hún ní kíkún. Fúnmiláyọ̀ Pátọ́lá ni oníròyìn ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé. Aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari ló ti sọ wípé ìjọba òun dúró tiri láì bojú wẹ̀yìn lórí ọ̀nà àti ṣètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó yè kooro fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ààbò nílẹ̀ wa ìyẹn àwọn ológun, débi wípé ààbò tó dájú tó péye yóò fi lè máa wà fún àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí láti ọ̀dọ̀ wọn. Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin àgbà ńlẹ̀ wa ti rí ìwé gbà látọ̀dọ̀ aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari léyìí tó fi ń béèrè fún ìyọ̀ǹda látọ̀dọ̀ wọn wípé kí wọ́n fi òǹtẹ̀lù yíyan alága àti àwọn ọmọ ìgbìmọ̀ hajj fún ti ọdún tó ń bọ̀. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Muslima Sólèbọ̀ òun ló fi èyí tó ní létí. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ló ti tẹ́ pẹpẹ ètò àbá ètò ìṣúná ti ọdún tó ń bọ̀ tí owó rẹ̀ tó ọ̀tàlénírínwó dín díẹ̀ bílíọ̀nù owó náírà fún àwọn aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lónìí. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Lukman Adéfẹ̀sọ̀ ló wà ńbẹ̀ nígbà tí ètò náà fi wáyé. Ẹ gbọ́ àtúpalẹ̀ ohun tó mú bọ̀ síwájú sí i látẹnu akọ̀ròyìn wa Kẹ́mi Ògúnṣolú Síkírù.
Ètò ìṣúná ọdún 2020 tí gómìnà Ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀ síwájú ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn fún ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ ni wọ́n pè ní ìtẹ̀síwájú ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ojúṣe gbogbo wa. Èyí ni ó fi ń gbèrò láti mú ìlérí ìpolongo ìbò rẹ̀ ṣẹ. Ètò ìṣúná tí owó rẹ̀ tó bílíọ̀nù 5 náírà ní àwọn iṣẹ́ àkànṣe yóò gbé ìwọ̀n tó tó 300 bílíọ̀nù náírà nínú rẹ̀, nígbà tí owó àná túmọ̀ fẹ́rẹ̀ tó 200 bílíọ̀nù náírà. Àpapọ̀ owó oṣù sísan àti owó àjẹmọ́nú yóò máa kù díẹ̀ kó tó 100 bílíọ̀nù náírà. Ètò ìṣúná náà tún rí sí ètò ẹ̀kọ́, ètò ọ̀gbìn, ohun amáyédẹrùn àti ìrónilágbára fún àwọn ọ̀dọ́. Gómìnà mú dá wọn lójú pé ohun gbogbo ni àbójútó ti bá nípa ètò ìṣúná náà tí ètò ìṣúná yóò sì jẹ́ èyí tó yọrí sí rere. Adarí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ọlákúnlé Olúọmọ ṣe ìlérí pé ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin yóò tètè bójú wo àbá ètò ìṣúná owó ọdún 2020 ọ̀hún. Ìgbàgbọ́ wà pé bí ètò ìṣúná náà bá di àmúlò, ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn yóò rí ìdàgbàsókè ọ̀tun síwájú sí i. Kẹ́mi Ògúnṣolú Síkírù ló ti ń jábọ̀ ìròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ Nta Abeokuta.
Síwájú sí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ti àbá ètò ìṣúná tí gómìnà gbé kalẹ̀ lónìí, àwọn tí ó ń wo ṣàkun bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ sí láwùjọ ti ṣàkíyèsí wípé àbá ètò ìṣúná eléyìí tí gómìnà Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún tí ó tún pẹpẹ rẹ̀ lónìí ó fi díẹ̀ lé sí ti eléyìí tí à ń lò lọ nínú ọdún tí ó ń parí tán lọ yìí. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Lukman Adéfẹ̀sọ wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọ̀tọ̀kùlú ìlú pé kí ni èròǹgbà wọn lórí èyí. Ẹ gbọ́ àtúpalẹ̀ ohun tí wọ́n sọ síwájú sí i látẹnu akọ̀ròyìn wa Kẹ́mi Ọ̀rúnṣolú Síkírù.
Ètò ìṣúná ọdún 2020 tí wọ́n pè ní ìtẹ̀síwájú ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn àjọṣe wa ni àwọn èèyàn ti ṣe àpèjúwe rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí èyí tó dára tó sì jẹ́ ìtẹ́wọ́gbà pẹ̀lú. Ètò ìṣúná náà ló pín sí ọ̀nà 5 ìlànà ìjọba tó wà lóde tí wọ́n pè ní ìṣẹ̀yà. Àwọn èèyàn sọ pé àwọn ní ìgbàgbọ́ nínú ètò ìṣèjọba wọn Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún, àmọ́ wọ́n mú àmọ̀ràn wá pé kí ìjọba nawọ́ dọ́gbadọ́gba sí ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ gbogbo nípìnlẹ̀ Ògùn. Wọ́n rọ ìgbìmọ̀ ìṣàkóso àti àwọn amòfin láti ní ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìjọba láti lè ní àmúṣe ètò ìṣúná ọdún 2020. Kẹ́mi Ọ̀rúnṣolú Síkírù ló ti ń jábọ̀ ròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ Nta Abeokuta.
tó wọ́n ní bí ẹyẹ bá ṣe ń lọ báyìí náà ni à ń sọ̀kò rẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ lórí àbá ètò ìṣúná òun náà ni a tún fẹ́ mẹ́nubà síwájú sí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àbá ètò ìṣúná ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn fún ti ọdún tó ń bọ̀. Àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ti rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn kó gbìyànjú láti parí àwọn àkànṣe iṣẹ́ tí ìjọba tó ti kógbá sílé tí ó dágbálé fún àǹfààní àwọn aráàlú. Ìsọ̀rí àwọn aráàlú tó jẹ́ àwọn ọlọ́jà àti ọlọ́kọ̀ tí akọ̀ròyìn wa bá sọ̀rọ̀ ló rawọ́ ẹ̀bẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tí akọ̀ròyìn wa Lukman Adéfẹ̀sọ tí ó bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n ní ẹnu oníkànlá ti gbọ́ pọ́n. Ẹ gbọ́ ohun tí wọ́n sọ síwájú sí i.
Wà á sí gbogbo wa ní olúmọ adé ogun alára ó ti bọ̀tún kọ́tà kan fẹ́ kí ìjọba kọ́tà ìkọ̀bọ̀ wa ṣe àti ìrùn nǹkan kan tó ń ṣe ní iléèwé lóríṣiríṣi. Nígbà tí mo dé primary school tí mo lọ ṣe understand but nígbà tí mo dé primary school tí mo lọ mo rí tẹ́tí tún school ṣe iléèwé ó ti tún ṣe ó ti wà pa inú mi sáà dùn ṣá but ìjọba táwọn ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn sí Tinubu ó sàgbà ṣèlú ó bá ṣe dáadáa. Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún afẹ́jọ́ tó bá tún gbogbo ọ̀nà ìṣe tó bá parí ẹ̀ kí mọ́tò máa lọ dáadáa kọ́lọ́kadà máa lọ ìwọ̀n pé títí bá dáa tọ́nà bá wà everything máa change kẹjọ tó lọ lọ́n kọ́dọ̀ bá ṣe ní síbu àti ná àwọn kan tó fi àjẹ́ ọgbọ́n nìyẹn àyíká tó fẹ́ fún Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún ni pé wọ́n ti dùn láyọ̀ wọ́n á sọ láyà tàlàfíà ẹjọ́ ní fọlọ́ bá bẹ̀rù nǹkan tó dé kọ̀ọ̀kan jùlọ ọmọ ilé ọ̀dọ̀ wa ní ọ̀nà randa sáìdì bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn mọ́tò máa yà àwọn mọ́tò àtọ̀ bá dà láti lára ọ̀nà ètò west gan tí ilẹ̀ débi ayédáadé wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pa olórí ojú òbí tó máa jẹ ojú ti lọ́lẹ̀ ojú yẹn náà ìjọba máa ṣe tẹ̀lé àdáǹsì ní ìsìn ojú ti lọ́lẹ̀ báyìí.
Pẹ̀lú wípé ìjọba ilẹ̀ wa ti buwọ́lu àbá òfin ṣíṣàkèkélé ìdẹ́yẹ sí àwọn aláàbọ̀ ara ìyẹn àwọn àkàndá ẹ̀dá láwùjọ, wọ́n ti sọ wípé ọ̀nà àmúṣẹ rẹ̀ ó sì jìnnà réré. Èyí ló jẹ́ kókó ìjíròrò lórí ètò wa alájìmúnà ni èyí tí iléeṣẹ́ Nta tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì tí a pè ní Good Morning Nigeria, ìyẹn kú ojúmọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ gbọ́ ohun tí wọ́n sọ lórí rẹ̀ síwájú sí i látẹnu Ṣèyí Ògúnbáyọ̀.
Àbádòfin tó lòdì sí ìyàsọ́tọ̀ àti ṣíṣe ìkórìíra fún àwọn tó ní ìpèníjà ara ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin àgbà gbà wọlé ní ọjọ́ 22 oṣù kẹta ọdún 2018 tí aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari sì buwọ́lù ní ọjọ́ 23 oṣù kínní ọdún yìí láti sọ di ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí ẹnikẹ́ni bá ṣe ìyàsọ́tọ̀ àti ìkórìíra sí àwọn àkàndá èèyàn náà. Òfin náà ni wọ́n ti gbà tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀ ní gbogbo orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Àmọ́ oṣù mọ́kànlá lẹ́yìn tí aláṣẹ Buhari ti sọ àbá yìí dòfin kò tíì sí àmúṣe kankan láti ṣàmúṣe òfin náà àti ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ tí yóò máa tọpinpin ìmúlò òfin náà tí ìyẹn sì ti mú kí ìyàsọ́tọ̀ àti ìkórìíra máa túbọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ tí àwọn tó ní ìpèníjà ara ní àwùjọ wa. Bákan náà ni àìní ìmọ̀ tó tó nípa àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n ní ìpèníjà ara náà túbọ̀ mú kí ìyàsọ́tọ̀ náà kó gògò sí i. Àwọn àlejò lórí ètò Good Morning Nigeria tí wọ́n ní ìpèníjà kan tàbí òmíràn sọ pé bí inú àwọn ti dùn tó bí aláṣẹ ṣe sọ àbá náà dòfin ní ọjọ́ 23 oṣù kínní ọdún yìí, fífalẹ̀ tí àmúṣẹ rẹ̀ ń falẹ̀ bí ìgbín ń kọ àwọn lóminú. Bákan náà ni wọ́n sọ pé ó tó ìdá 99 nínú 100 àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí kò tí ì ní òye tó tó nípa òfin náà àti ìfìyàjẹni tó rọ̀ mọ́ bí ẹnikẹ́ni bá lùgbàdì òfin náà. Wọ́n pè fún ìpolongo ìlàlọ́yẹ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Bákan náà ni wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa abala 7 àti 8 nínú òfin náà tó kàn pa fún ìgbékalẹ̀ àjọ tí yóò wà fún àwọn tó ní ìpèníjà èyíkéyìí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ní pẹrẹu. Nígbà tí àwọn tí ó wà lórí àga sọ pé ó jẹ́ ìpèníjà pé ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn ohun amáyédẹrùn àti àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ ìjọba ni àwọn kò lè dé nítorí kò sí àyè tí àga kẹ̀kẹ́ náà lè gbà kọjá tàbí dúró sí. Bákan náà ni àwọn tó ní ìpèníjà ìgbọràn àti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìpèníjà àìsí àwọn ògbùfọ̀ àfọwọ́sọ ní gbogbo ẹ̀ka ilé-iṣẹ́ ọba bíi ilé-iṣẹ́ ìfowópamọ́, ilé-ìwòsàn àti ní àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ aládàáni gbogbo títí kan àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ ìròyìn. Àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ ìròyìn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú pé ìpèsè wà láti pèsè ìsọfúnni fún gbogbo ènìyàn títí kan àwọn tó ní ìpèníjà etí. Wọ́n ké sí àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ ìjọba gbogbo pẹ̀lú láti ṣe ipa tiwọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí òfin náà tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ lòdì sí ìyàsọ́tọ̀ fún àwọn tí ó ní ìpèníjà náà ti ṣàgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀. Ṣèyí Ògúnbáyọ̀ ló ń jábọ̀ ròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ NTA Abẹ́òkúta.
Ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ tilẹ̀ wa ti sọ wípé òun ti kẹ́fì ète àwọn òbílẹ̀jẹ́ ẹ̀dá kan láti dá rúgúdù sílẹ̀ káàkiri orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí tó fi mọ́ olú ìlú ilẹ̀ wa Àbújá. Ète náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe sọ ni láti dáná ìwọ́de ńlá kan eléyìí tó sì lè yọrí sí ìdàlúrú tí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí kò fi ní fararọ sílẹ̀. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Mùsílímà Sólèbọ́ òun náà ló fi èyí tó ní létí. Ó wá ní iléeṣẹ́ ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ ó ti ṣe kìlọ̀kìlọ̀ fún ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan àti àwọn tó bá fẹ́ dánrò ẹ̀ láṣà wípé kí wọ́n lọ kọwọ́ ọmọ wọn bọ aṣọ. Alákòóso fún ìdókòwò àti káràkátà Adéníyì Adébáyọ̀ ti sọ wípé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti ṣe ìpinnu láti pèsè àyíká tó gbòòrò tó sì rọgbọ fún àwọn ẹ̀ka aládàáni láti lè gbèrú nínú okòwò wọn. Níbi ìfilọ́lẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ aládàáni kan nílùú Àsàbà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Delta, òun náà ló ti sọ èyí. Ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn ẹ̀ síwájú sí i láti ẹnu akọ̀ròyìn wa Ṣèyí Ògúnbáyọ̀.
Ṣíṣe àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ aládàáni tó fìdí sọlẹ̀ sílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ló fi ìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé ìpinnu ìjọba láti rí i pé àyíká tó rọrùn wà fún àwọn tó fẹ́ dáṣẹ́ sílẹ̀. Alákòóso lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ilé-iṣẹ́ àti okòwò Adéníyì Adébáyọ̀ sọ pé èròǹgbà ìjọba láti pèsè iṣẹ́ fún ọ̀pọ̀ mílíọ̀nù ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà láti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ìṣẹ́ òun òṣì ni ó mú wọn láti pe ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn olùdáṣẹ́sílẹ̀ wá sí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ó gbóríyìn fún olùdásílẹ̀ ilé-iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe òrùlé àti àwọn ohun èlò ìkọ́lé náà fún pé ó fọkàn tán ìjọba àpapọ̀ láti wá dáṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ó sọ síwájú sí pé ilé-iṣẹ́ náà ti pèsè iṣẹ́ fún ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tó tó 3,000 báyìí. Alákòóso náà sọ síwájú sí pé ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ lórí ìdásẹ́sílẹ̀ àti okòwò tí aláṣẹ dásílẹ̀ ló fi ṣe ìpinnu wọn láti bá àwọn olùdáṣẹ́sílẹ̀ náà sọ̀rọ̀ kí wọ́n wo ìpèníjà tó ń dojúkọ wọ́n àti ìjọba ṣe lè ṣèrànwọ́ láti ṣe àtúnṣe wọn kí àyíká tó rọrùn lè wà fún àwọn olùdáṣẹ́sílẹ̀ náà. Tí ìgbésẹ̀ yìí bá ń tẹ̀síwájú nígbà tó bá fi máa tó ọdún 10 sí àsìkò yìí, 100 mílíọ̀nù ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ni iṣẹ́ yóò ti wà fún. Ṣèyí Ògúnbáyọ̀ ló jábọ̀ ròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ NTA Abẹ́òkúta.
Tó ìròyìn wa fún ti àṣálẹ́ òní kò ní jù báyìí lọ. Ìpàdé wa láṣálẹ́ ọ̀la fún àkọ́tún ìròyìn. Mú kí yín oore lásùn ó dàárọ̀.
Imatenga Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún kò zédòmù kan náà ò sẹ́ńdọ̀họ̀ ogun Imatentan ẹni àkwẹ́sísásí tó òpin 2020 tán ìsọ̀ àkwẹ́ náírà fọ́tán dòmù fòwé kan oko èwè àwò òwò nìgbé àìwú tó dótòbí dórí àgbò náà àwọn ògbópo náà gbẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ sí àzán gbẹ̀tọ́ edóòmù yún ẹ̀kọ́ mú kan kọ̀ọ̀kan jí rẹ̀ dọ̀ zọrin àìtí nàìjíríà tó ń tò yí záti tó mọ́ nǹkan tó mẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ dẹ̀yìn òvò blazon pa àìtí ìtàn inec tó hẹ́ àga yìí bláwò mú ìwà tó òvò bíbélà sí òvò mẹ́ tó fìdé yìí nánú zán òmù dé iná dókíá òmù dé tó yìí lẹ́dọ̀ mi kudo kọjá yìí mi sọ kudo àsọ̀ngbẹ̀tàn rẹ̀ clemson television wọ̀ ẹ́ ti abẹ́òkúta tó mẹ́wọ́ tó mi dèjẹ́ nínú ìtàn wẹ̀ anthony gambomi àyítẹ̀ngá muhammadu buhari kò bọ́ọ̀nù zindo ìrìn àkọ́jú ó tàn jí nàdómọ̀dọ̀ emi zindonu kan tó gọ́ nàdómọ̀dọ̀ emi hìn àgàyè kpla òpọ́n nínàmẹ̀ kódó òpọ́n vọ́nàmẹ̀ tó àhọ́jú kódó kpọnà lẹ́sìn òhókó tó àyítẹ̀mẹ̀ nàdómọ̀dọ̀ àlọ́sọ́ndó etí iná nàìjíríà àyítẹ̀mílẹ̀ tó àyítẹ̀mẹ̀ bílòbí ìrìn tọ́mítọ́ nàìjà tù ti ìjà ní yígi gọ́ọ̀lù lọ́tún wábòdò àyítẹ̀ngá buhari ẹ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀hẹ́ òtòwò ní dọ́tò ìwọ̀n àbọ̀sọ́nù fún jí náà òkúrí gbogbo dé àyígbà hàn fún bẹ́bí àyítẹ̀ ìtúnlẹ̀ bá sí tó kàdúnà ìdọ̀ òkúrí gbogbo eyín àdàdé tó òkúrí èyí náà bá sí hojíhojí mẹ́ nàdọ́dọ̀ hó dọ́gbọ̀n dé òdúnlẹ̀ tó yìí dọ́tò àyítẹ̀ nàìjíríà tó nà lọ́sùnlọ́sùn dọ́gbọ̀n àlọ́ tó ṣáńdó sí òhojì mẹ́yìn òkúndàhó náà àyígbà hàn fún bẹ́bí lọ sí òhótó àyítẹ̀ mẹ́ ene ahụga tukọ bụratai toho tọmẹ ịdọ gbogbo agaghị koto pípọ́ra àlọ́sọ́ndọ́sí òtótó àìtẹ́ nàìjíríà tọmẹ ṣìgbà ìkọsọ́ ọ̀jẹ̀dàmẹ náà àìgbàgbọ́ fún bẹ́fílẹ̀ náà èdè bó na yí òkúrán jọjọ bó sọdọ̀ zọmọ́bọ̀mí àgàyè cloud ní ìwà ìgbétàn lẹ́tọ̀ àìtẹ́ nàìjíríà tọmẹ òhóró ọ̀fun tọmẹ mẹ̀yìn kàdúrà ìmátẹ̀gá ene nọ́síò ẹrù fáyítò hó tọmẹ ebe ìkúnnu náà àyígbàkan fún bẹ́fílẹ̀ náà sàn èyí tó wù àtàwùtò àìtẹ́ ìmẹ̀ tó mọ̀dọ̀ yìí tó dìde kù ẹnì hàn òwú sí òkú tó àìtẹ́ nàìjíríà tán. òsèǹdọ̀wọ̀ dàhó àìtẹ́ ìtàn wẹ̀kọ̀ dóhìádọ́ ẹ̀mí kò mú oyí sàn àìtẹ́ gá muhammadu buhari sí i ẹnì ìkọ̀ délẹ̀ hẹ̀ẹ́nà dóhìá kódìmẹ̀ náà yàn sí kò jìnnà tọ́ kódó ògbẹ́ví àìsíngbẹ́ he àìtẹ́ dókè dógbọ̀n àìtẹ́ ìwúwo yìí sí kìtò tó hajj ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nẹ̀ nítòmítò mùsùlùmá sólèbọ̀ wọ́yí gígọ́lù lọ́tún wárà mú lédò gbẹ̀tọ́ dólẹ̀wẹ̀ àìtẹ́ gá muhammadu buhari ẹ̀ka àyíkọ̀ yìí tán lẹ̀ dóhùn àwòsẹ́ndó ọ̀dà ó àìtẹ́ ìtàn nẹ̀ kò sọ́dẹ̀ yìí kódì àsìkò jìnnà tọ́ òwe kàn tọ́ kódò ògbẹ́ví àìsíngbẹ́hẹ látìní láti tó hajj tí òkútàn tó àìtẹ́ nàìjíríà tán mẹ́rin tó wò ní ìmẹ̀yìn nìkan tó sẹ́ńdó ọ̀dà ó àìtẹ́ ìtàn dótò yìí dídó òwe mà lọ́hìá ẹ̀dọ́ ẹ̀mí mọ̀ òwe mà mọ́ nǹkan tán ẹ̀yìn bíbí ọsán àìtẹ́ gá sí tó màtẹ̀ ẹ̀sọ́ òjẹ̀ dandan mẹ́mí ní dó òwe mà mọ́ nǹkan tán hìá àìsíngbẹ́ òsẹ́ńdó ọ̀tàn tó sẹ́ńdó ọlọ́mẹ. ogun imatenga àhọ́ví dàpọ̀ abíọ́dún wẹ̀mí sẹ́dọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ sọ òzédòmù kan náà ò sẹ́ńdọ̀họ̀ àìmátẹ̀ ògùn ìmátẹ̀ tán ẹnì àkwẹ́zízá sí títò òpò 2020 tán kí èkó sọ àkwẹ́ náírà fọ́tán dònù ẹ̀nẹ̀ ńlá fòwì kàǹkó èkó ìdòkó nǹkan tán ìrìn tọ́nùtàn lukman adéfẹ̀sọ̀ yí gbígbọ́nù lọ́tún wá gbọ́dọ̀ tó òhun ya ìmátẹ̀ gan àhọ́vídàpọ̀ abíọ́dún tó tó zé àkwẹ́zízá títí tó lọ dómù kan náà ò sẹ́ńdọ̀họ̀ ògùn ìmátẹ̀ tán edo hiabodo àkwẹ́zízá sí ti tó òkò 2020 kan lọ ẹ̀yìn dòkó tó nù hẹ́jẹ̀dọ́ mímí ba sílẹ̀ nù nàdómọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀mí ìhìn dúró ìhìn àyímátẹ̀ ògùn ìmátẹ̀ tán sọ́yàgà ìhìn wá bìbà sí edo ẹ̀hìlẹ̀ wọ́n ẹ̀sán bọ́ ẹ̀mí tó yí dógó àkwẹ́zízá sí ti tó lọ bọ́ ẹ̀sọ́ tó hù gán yìí zédà yìí náà òkò 2019 tán edo ẹ̀yìn bìbà sí akwezina titolo na zombo agai na sodo cloud nu wa kodo no tem betole ton ko to bi mateme to filawe mi sedo akwe voza dele tinto akwelo he zeda yi yele na do zamen won do plo akwe he na sodo wasun to agai si azon mo le jipo lo sun so tinto filawe akwezina titito oko 2020 ton he ogun imaten gan Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún tó lẹ̀ nazan wẹ̀mí sèdọ̀ yìí kò sọ òdòhì agbódò èkó yàgà wùgán àkwẹ́sínánsì lìtò 2019 tán èkè nítò zizan tó gbìn fìyè èyí àkwẹ́ náírà fọtán dònù fòwè ńlá vùdé dùéjì tó gbìnà ìgbẹ̀tọ́ délẹ̀ dótò kódọ̀ dógbọ̀n àkwẹ́sínánsì tó lọ jí gbẹ̀tọ́ èyí gbẹ̀tọ́ àdúdó àyímátẹ̀ ìtàn ìsọyìn òfin àyímátẹ̀ ìtàn rẹ̀ yìí hó dógbọ̀n àkwẹ́sínánsì tó lọ jí gbọdọ̀ yíndọ̀ yìí zákpla àkwẹ́sínánsì tó mọ́ nkọ̀tàn ẹ̀nà zọ́mbọ̀ àgà ìnádókpla àyímátẹ̀ ògùn ìmátẹ̀ tán kódó òní dófò mọ́ nkọ̀tàn lẹ́ẹ̀dúgbò bọ̀nà kẹ̀ndàgbé násọ́dókpla gbẹ̀tọ́ àyímátẹ̀ ìtàn lẹ̀ onásọ̀ zọ̀mọ́ bò ní àgà yìí kpla àkwẹ́wù bí ọ̀họ̀mì sí òhó ògùn ìmátẹ̀ tán gbọdọ̀ yíndọ̀ àkwẹ́sínánsì tó lọ enyi yìí zánùgbò òwò pípọ́n sí títò àgàyè zọ́wọ́ àdó ẹ̀rọ súnwẹ̀ náà sọ́nù bìbà ìgbà àti àmọ́tì. òmòdò kúrò ẹ̀mí sọ́tò àkwẹ́síná sí títò for 2020 kan yìí gbẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀yìn àyímátẹ̀ iná tọ́lẹ̀ wẹ̀ ní sídọ̀ yìí kó sọ́ zéfẹ̀ lọ́dún hàn ògùn àyímátẹ̀ họ́lù dọ̀ nánímọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ basi fó ẹ̀nẹ̀ àzọ́ àgbòtè délẹ̀ he a hallway strong gangito matento a mateme eze basido agbotere do azon mon ko ton wa fo nayin na agayi beto to ni ni to lu e beto de le he do kodo ni ton lukman na de feso ko gona ajo wa tole kodo hun tole ko ize o fero do han ogun yi matenga do na mizan akwazizan to 2020 ton yeze do no kan na òsèndóhọ àyímátẹ̀ ìtànlẹ̀ nígbà àkọ́ ẹ̀mọ́ nkọ̀tàn dómọ̀dọ́ ẹ̀mí ìkódó kpla òní ẹ̀yìn àsán wàdó àgbò tè ètìntò àyímátẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́gùrẹ́. egbe wẹ̀yìn àsán èyí zẹ̀dóvò nàdódó hi àgbòná àsán gbẹ̀tọ́ àwùwẹ̀kọ̀ nánú rẹ̀ lẹ́tọ́ àyíhótó àsán lọ́sọ́yìn ti zédá yìí nàdómọ̀dọ́ yéhìn àgàyè kpla òhó èdù gbẹ̀tọ́ àwòrán nánú rẹ̀ onásọ̀ zọ̀mọ́ onádò hàn kódó kpla òní hẹ́nu bá tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yìí tán wà lọ́kẹ̀ lóyún násọ̀ tìǹtò yìí mẹ́ tó ní èhèmí nìyí tọ̀mùtàn ánì daniels yìí gbígbọ́ nìyí lọ́tàn wá tó òní pọ́n òní pé yín sọ ìjà gbẹ̀tọ́ àwòrán nánú rẹ̀ tán kódó òǹdé ètè kótó àìtí nàìjíríà tán mi àgbẹ̀ àlọ́ èyí sì gángbọ̀n kódó àlè ìnísọ́sì gángbọ̀n onádò hàn kódó kpla nyakọ̀ ètò dùdù gílẹ̀ jì èyí kìgbọ́ ìlú lọ́tún wa gbọdọ̀ gbẹ̀tọ́ àwòkòkò nánú rẹ̀ yéyí gbẹ̀tọ́ àdàdélẹ̀ ètò ìmọ̀ àyítẹ̀dókòdòkò mẹ́ ṣìgbà ewà lẹ́bílá ńlọ gbẹ̀tọ́ àyítẹ̀ ìtàn lẹ́bí yìí náà yí mọ́ dọ́nà sísí gbẹ̀tọ́ mọ́ nkọ̀tàn rẹ̀ lọ́sùn àhọ́lù ìwà zèfẹ̀ lọ́dún hàn gbẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ dọ̀kọ̀dé pẹ́pẹ́ nù èyí mọ̀ gbẹ̀tọ́ àwòkòkò nánú rẹ̀ yìí nínú gbọ́ àlọ́ náà yìí dọ̀ yìí lẹ̀ sún wẹ́yìn gbẹ̀tọ́ tó àyímátẹ̀ mẹ̀sílẹ̀ ńlọ́mọ àwọn gan-an tó gbé níbi kéèmí pé tó sọ ìjà náà di bọ́ọ̀lù lọ́tàn débò ní kò tọ́ dàgbé.